The Palmetto Bowl has had its moments over the years, from ranked matchups, massive upsets, even a fight or two. It's a rivalry game that has defined both of these programs for generations. Death Valley Clemson Memorial Stadium. It's the South Carolina Gamecocks and the Clemson Tigers. Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with you. Holly Rowe down on the sideline, and Holly, a little familiarity in this one.
Thank you, guys. I have checked in with the Tigers head coach here pregame. He loves how his team has come out and dominated in the conference so far this season, but he understands the road gets even harder now. He's talked to his team about getting off to a fast start, that's important to set the tone here today. They want to keep that undefeated streak alive in conference play, but it all begins right now. We'll see if they can do it against a very tough opponent. Guys?
Holly, thank you. Can't wait to see how this one unfolds. Clemson will kick off to get us underway. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. And the ball's free in the backfield. Oh, the offense lucky to fall on that loose football.
And what a great job by the defense.
And wait just a second. The official's going to take a second look at this one. And you know the standard is indisputable video evidence, and the officials will change the call. drive continues after that fumble scare sent the offensive coordinator's blood pressure into orbit. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. This defense happy with how that last play turned out, so they'll decline the penalty. Offense gets set for second down. The run inside. It's McAllister. Finds his way ahead for 3 out to the 27-yard line.
And what a great job by the defense here. First down, second down, 2 straight runs. They stuffed both. And that was a big key for them coming into this game. They want to set up third and long situations. And now those edge rushers can pin their ears back to get after the quarterback. They can mix up and disguise their coverages on the back end, hoping to create negative plays and takeaways.
To throw, it's Duckworth. Fires to the wideout. And the missed connection on third down.
I think for the quarterback, he's going to have to be so good with his eyes in this game. You're going up against one of the best defenses in the country. You've got to look guys off, especially when you're trying to throw to your primary target like he was on that last one.
All kinds of heat on that punter. Good job just to get it out of there without disaster. They make the stop on the return, but there is laundry on the field. Let's get the call. They'll take the penalty and move them back. So just a lack of discipline, and on fourth down, 2, just hands this offense a 1st and 10. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Clark. He makes the stop at the 48. That'll be enough for a 1st down and a pickup of 10.
And, David, we know when you're playing on the road how important it is to try and steal momentum early and quiet the crowd. You gash the defense with a run like that to pick up a big 1st down, that'll do it. And that's really a tone setter, I think, for this offense. And you're sending a direct message to the opponent. We are going to be physical, and we're going to try to run this thing down your throat.
Yeah, and they got a chance to respond. And the crowd hopefully can get behind them and get back in it. The defense has got to do a better job. We got to stop the run. They got to tackle, get more hats to the football. This will be a challenge. They're going to run the football. They better be man enough to stop it.
Long way to go on second down. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. The screen, and watch out! Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the 1st down, but a good gain on that play.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
He ended up losing yardage on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down.
And how about that? You don't see those, touch passes go for negative yards very often. Usually this is a short flip that counts as a completion that goes a long way, but the defense aggressive. Saw it, pulled the trigger, came outside, made sure he didn't get outside and get to that edge. Nice job by the defense.
And they won't be able to down it. It goes into the end zone for a touchback. Offense in a bunch formation. The handoff to Johnson. And he knocked him down after a gain of 3 to the 23. The emotions and energy figure to be high all day, guys, because of what's at stake this late in the season. Really a must-win for both teams.
Yeah, these are the ones that get your blood moving, Reese. You get jacked up, man. We don't have to say anything in the locker room, give these big speeches. You know what's at stake, Jesse. You're ready to rock and roll. This is when you prove you're the big dog.
Which is pretty cool, too, because it's been a long season, and these teams obviously are both physically and mentally tired, but you're right. For this kind of game, this is the one you circled at the start of the year. You knew that this was going to matter. There was going to be a lot on the line. Now it's time to go out and prove you're the better team.
Can't make the grab. Quarterback just missed him a little bit. They couldn't make the connection on second down. Now a 3rd and 7 to keep the drive alive. From the gun, wants to pass. Can't hang on after the hit, and it'll be 4th down.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that 3rd down right there, when it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You've got to be able to make that play.
Clemson will send the punt team out. Sends his first one of the day on the way. We didn't see much of him in that victory last week, just called on one time. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the O's. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
Guys, let's chat just for a second about South Carolina. Breaking into the top 15, just one step closer to the college football playoff. You've made it this far. The dream is within reach. Question becomes, will they take the next step, Jesse?
But you got to keep winning. Now when we're talking about this team, you're hearing college football playoff in the same sentence because of where they're ranked in the top 15. So, David, as they move forward, they've got to continue to elevate and ascend with their talent and play on the field.
Yeah, and it's exciting, right? To be mentioned, it's exciting. To hear yourself talked about on shows and to be a team that's getting respect is great. Now, let's keep pushing that pedal to the floor to be the best team we can be.
Yeah, I don't know defensively if you want to keep giving this guy that much cushion because when he gets the ball in space, he's able to shake all these defenders and turns a 5-yard completion into a 1st down.
Back to throw, it's Duckworth. Right side, it's McAllister. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
You know, as a quarterback, you believe in your matchup. And my running back, if I can get him the ball in space, he's going to win a lot of times. He did in that time. The defense was ready. Nice job in the open field making the nice tackle.
They'll give it to Auguste. He'll be brought down quickly after a very short game.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
It's getting loud in here, and they may raise the dues on Ipte if they can stop him on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. And they wanted it all on 3rd down, but now dealing with 4th down.
And this defense, we know, they present a lot of challenges. And you can see it right there, man. They shrink windows fast. They're a top 25 defense for a reason. You really better make sure you're dialed in today, or else they can make you pay in a hurry.
And the Gamecocks will call on their punt team. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Not a lot of room to make this catch. Nowhere to run and nowhere to hide. That is coverage just the way they designed it, and they've got him backed up. The Tigers send out the offense to go to work. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. One back in the backfield, he gets the carry. Pushes the pile for a couple of yards down at the 12.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20 yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Off play action. Moving to his left. Quickly to the tight end. Really good job making a play, getting it out to the 24 and moving those chains. Really good job when this play went off script, and that's the job of a tight end. Find the soft spot and stay in the quarterback's field of vision.
Yeah, and it's just frustrating to play this kind of style of quarterback. That's always going to extend the play, make it harder on you as a defense. You got to guard longer in the back end, and just did a nice job getting outside the pocket and getting it to the big fella at tight end.
Snap on first down, wants to throw. A little too much on that one, just out of his reach. This rivalry dates back to 1896. It's been a little bizarre with the chicken curse, and it's a bit unusual, too, because the state school, South Carolina, isn't the perennial football power.
No, but it's kind of had its ebbs and flows a little bit back and forth. Some great coaches on both sides, but the in-state hate is beautiful.
You know, there's a lot of great rivalries, especially down in the South and the Deep South. This is one of the better ones, though, because you just never know what the outcome is going to be.
They'll throw again after the incompletion. Can hang on after the hit, and it'll bring up third down.
Safe to say, this defense sets the tone for their football team. They were the reason they won the last time out, and they are putting the clamps down on their opponent early in this one.
They punted on their opening drive, and now they need a third down conversion to avoid punt. They just keep firing. Throws to the wideout. Another incompletion on third down.
Man, it's fun to watch defense that just, they look so in sync and coordinated. And watching the tape coming into this week's game, you could tell last week this defense was dialed in. They don't give up big plays. They don't give up points. They make you earn everything. Looking like another game like that so far today.
Makes a nice grab at the 25. He's got great speed. Really nice job all the way around. Got a few blocks, made a couple of moves, and a good return on that one before he's pushed out of bounds. The Gamecocks offense heads out to see what they can put together here. A little sluggish out of the gate here. They've had to punt it away on each of their first two possessions. Great job to separate the ball from the receiver there. The game, originally held during the State Fair in Columbia as Big Thursday, was officially named the Palmetto Bowl in 2014. The trophy came a year later, replacing the old Hardee's Bowl trophy.
Very apropos. A silver palm tree for the Palmetto Bowl. That makes sense, David. This is the biggest sporting event in the state of South Carolina. I know this is a game that you and I have really enjoyed watching over the years.
I mean, so much fun, and the definition, Jesse, of hate all throughout the state, and bragging rights to whoever wins this football game and gets that trophy.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. Before this third down play, they're going to take a moment to think it over and call a timeout. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. They'll have to push the ball down the field here on third and long. Looking downfield, it's Duckworth. Here comes the heat. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down.
Really nice job by the defense that time. Third down, they're expecting pass, but they also know that this quarterback is dangerous when he wants to scramble. And it was almost as if they were expecting that. They were able to get to him, get him down. It now sets up fourth down. And you don't see the defense sprinting off the field just yet, guys. They're not sure. With this guy's scrambling ability, they may try to go for this.
Needs it here on fourth down. Bought a little time, lets it go. And make the catch, and the defense will force the turnover on downs.
And the offense stays aggressive. They try to throw the football and just weren't on the same page. It was an incompletion. He could have done a better job, I think, throwing the ball to his receiver and maybe making it where it's more of a 50-50 ball where he can make a play. Defense gets the big stop.
They'll move the wide receiver. They'll give it to Johnson. He's got enough. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down. We've reached the end of the first quarter, and it has been a defensive battle, and the stats tell the tale so far. Still nothing on the board as we open up play here in the second quarter. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. Right back to the well. All over him immediately.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. The throw on 2nd down, and they need a lot. Catch in the middle, it's Burrows. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers! And it feels good to land that first big punch against a rival, doesn't it?
No doubt. In a game like this, too, you just want to be executing it at a high level early. So, David, that's got to feel great getting on the board first.
And settles everyone down. All the nerves, all the emotion of this rivalry game. Now everybody can kind of settle in because you know you already got a touchdown on the board.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. What a turn that last drive was. Didn't pick up the 4th down, and it led to the scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and those are frustrating because you think you might get points and then your defense gives up points. This has got to be a complementary football type deal. The offense now needs to provide a little spark and give this defense some hope.
No doubt, David. They got to turn the page, and they've got to play with a little bit more urgency here, knowing they've got to get that one back and put a good drive together.
Fake to the back, wants to throw it. Had to force that one.
And you've seen this formula work at all levels of football. You pressure the quarterback, his numbers start to drop. He's not as efficient. Nice job by the defense.
Beneath the shadow of Howard's Rock, Death Valley is rocking, trying to help the Tigers on 3rd down. Looking to move the chains. They throw it complete to the left. It's a game of first downs, and they've got one out to their own 37. David, that is a great security blanket for a quarterback to have a tight end to make those conversions.
Dang right. Find the big fella on 3rd and short. Dependable, clutch, nice hands, first down.
From the gun, it's Clark. Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Second down coming up. Out wide right, it's Bennett. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
Well, that receiver's looking at his teammates like, guys, what's up? You're not going to block for me on the screen? Seriously? I mean, I just lost yards on a screenplay. How does that happen?
Ball is at the 41 as this defense tries to force the punt on 3rd and long. Sets his feet. It's Duckworth. Rushes on. And he's brought down, but a flag is also down. A costly penalty wipes out that 3rd down conversion, and now they'll back up and try it again. Still 3rd down, but a little less manageable after that penalty. He's looking downfield to throw. Trying to escape and get it himself. Across the 45. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line.
And how about the awareness by this guy on 3rd down, a scramble play. Everything's breaking down, but he never panics and also knows exactly where he needs to get to pick up that 1st down. It's 3rd. I can't slide early. I can't run out of bounds. I'm probably going to have to put my body on the line here and take a big hit and risk that to get this 1st. That's a big-time leadership play by the quarterback.
Picked up 5 on that last pass play. Now it's 2nd and 5. The play fake. Unloads to the wideout. Pulls it in. It's Bennett. All the way down to the 27-yard line before they get him out of bounds, and this offense is threatening. And it looks as if they've buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. And the play will stand after the replay booth just does a little double checking to make sure. This first half of offense won't go on the highlight reel so far, but starting to get things moving, it's 1st and 10. Motion from the wide receiver. Quarterback keeper. They got it blocked just enough, and a good gain on that run.
And it's not sexy, and it's not these long plays all the time. But this QB does such a good job of picking up 4 to 5 and making it where you're always ahead of the sticks and just letting you know, we'll run it. We'll take advantage of this guy's speed, and we're going to make you defend him throughout this football game.
They'll send the back in motion. Looking for a man. It's Duckworth. Rush right in his face. Breaks into the open. Got some room, headed to the goal line. They'll finally get him stopped at the 1-yard line. What a run there. The Gamecocks trying to pay off the threat on 1st and goal. Got the completion, but nowhere to go as that defense reacted quickly.
You know, I think that's a play the quarterback would like to have back. I'm not sure that's exactly who the ball was intended for. He had another open target on the other side of the field that he just missed.
After getting knocked back, it's 2nd and goal from the 4. They've softened them up with a run. Now to throw it. Knocked away, incomplete in the end zone.
I love the vision on the quarterback by this defense. Dude, you know that ball's going to come out pretty quick. Down here on the goal-to-go situation, they break on the football, and they make sure they swat it down so the offensive guy can't make a play.
A 3rd and goal, and this defense feeling energy from the crowd. From the gun, wants to pass. Oh, pressure's coming. He is stopped well short of the first down, but they are still in field goal range, assuming they send the kicker out there.
And we've already seen it a couple times now. Like, he is more than willing and actually quick. He's quick to get those puppies moving and get out the pocket and go scramble and make a play. If this defense is paying attention, his feet is a big part of this game plan.
4th and goal from the 3. Let's see what this offense can dial up from here. To the air. It's Duckworth. Fires to the end zone. It's dropped, and oh, what a tough way to end this drive. Desperately wanted to keep the ball, but they did not.
So many factors go into making the big play in the big moment. Calling the right play, getting protection. You got it all dialed up. It's perfect. And then he does that, drops the ball right in his hands.
Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. And that ball is live in the backfield. Well, the offense looks as if they fell on the fumble, and they'll keep the ball. I don't know if it was luck or aggression or just a fortuitous bounce, but at least they've got the ball back.
Well, one thing I do know, Reese, this running back has got to do a better job with ball security. You cannot turn the football over and expect to win this game. They're very lucky they were able to jump on top of that one.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they'll talk it over to see if they can build on this lead before halftime. A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on 2nd down. From his end zone, he'll have to get rid of it. Got rid of it in a hurry, but he couldn't find his man. It's incomplete. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Timeout called here by South Carolina. That'll be their 2nd. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. Standing in his own end zone, looking to throw. Hauls it in. How about that effort to get it out across the 20? They'll mark it at the 21. It's a first down.
Man, that is exactly what you want. That is perfect execution. Back near your own end zone, man. You want to get that ball out of your hand. You want to create some space, and don't flirt with that end zone at all. Ball gets out of quarterback's hand. Receiver makes the play. Great job understanding the situation.
Straight ahead, it's Johnson. Stopped after a gain of 3. It'll be 2nd and 7. The Tigers headed quickly to the line.
A nice job being gap sound by this defense. And here you go. Watch what this offense does. They'll get right back on the ball, and they'll go really quick, so you got to be prepared.
Now moving to his right, looking for anyone that's open. He'll be forced out of bounds at the 28-yard line as this offense tries to mount a drive.
Man, this defense has their hands full today because not only do they have to worry about the running backs and not only do they have to worry about the passing game, they've got to worry about this quarterback running the football because of plays like that. Not a huge explosive play, but he showed you the athleticism, and he showed you he has the ability to hurt you with his legs.
Looking for that first down on 3rd and short from the 28. Motion from the back. Wants to throw on third down. Reels it in. They'll keep this drive moving by picking up the first down. They have it at the 36. And the Tigers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these third down situations.
The Tigers in a good spot here with second and short. Making the adjustment. Second down, gonna throw it. Wesco's got it in the middle. And he's down right there. Picked up a few, but still some work to do to get a first down. The Tigers will call a timeout. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. This defense will try to force a fourth down on third and short from the 45. Looking to throw for it. Big hit, knocks the ball away, and it'll force them into a fourth down.
Defense did a great job. Third and short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw. Everybody, they dug their heel on the ground. They're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
So Clemson is lining up to punt this one away. They'll stop him short, and they had it sniffed out from the beginning.
And obviously you're trying to catch him off guard, but it didn't work. I'm not a fan of fake punts. I'd rather put my offense on the field and guys that do this for a living all the time and are really good at it, but tried the sneak attack, and it did not work.
Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. Scanning the field, it's Duckworth. Looking to the big tight end. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Not a lot of room on the return, but he'd already gotten the most important thing, the ball, and they have it at the 46. First snap of this drive will come from the 46. The snap wants to throw to start this drive. Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39.
And the defense there goes zone coverage, maybe confused the quarterback a little bit, forced him to hold on to the football, and that allowed the pass rush to get home.
It's second and long now as this defense has some energy after that last sack. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Right side, it's Johnson. Out of bounds at the 43-yard line after the huge pickup. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. They've done a really good job identifying mismatches, and they find one out of the backfield there.
Reese, I really don't think it's that hard. My guy is better than yours. Find the matchup across the field. Running back's got some speed. Get it in his hands quickly. Throw it to him fast. Let him make somebody miss against a slower guy that's usually a linebacker.
And that might be the edge of his range, but he had just enough. And that will extend their lead even further. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Lot of scoreboard watching today, fellas, but fear not, Week 13, we've got you covered here on the College Football Update Show. Let's take a look at the Nebraska Cornhuskers in their matchup against the number 12 team, the Iowa Hawkeyes. And it's the Huskers able to escape with a 3-point victory. Talk about an upset. The victory caps the season there for them at 11-1. One of the best regular seasons in program history.
Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. They got plenty done through the air in the first half, and we'll see if they even need to look for balance as we start the third quarter.
Well, and I think defensively, you understand, like the running game isn't a big part of the plan. I wonder how they adjust and play more coverage to this pass-happy offense.
Yeah, so you're going to have to be ready if you're a quarterback then. You're probably going to see some different coverages. You might see a little bit more blitz in the second half as well, so you have to know where your answers are.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. They're going to ride this running back. Past the 6. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be 1st down.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
Hits inside. It's Johnson.
And it's going to be interesting to watch this defense, man, because obviously when you're trailing, and offenses can sometimes get conservative. That's 2 runs back-to-back. Do they get more aggressive and try to bring more guys near the line of scrimmage, not let them waste time, and try to get their offense the football back?
The handoff to Johnson. Run ends there.
Stopping the run is about physicality. It's about I'm bigger than you. I'm stronger than you up front. Really nice job by the defense, showing their strength, bowing up, stuffing the run.
Ball just inside the 40 at the 39. It's 3rd and short. They'll try to get it through the air. Out wide left, it's Johnson. Looks as if Clemson will have the 1st down. You can hand it to him. You can throw it to him. Either way, he's making his presence felt.
Those are your favorite plays, Reese, the him plays, right? Finding ways to get him the ball because he can make plays, whether it's running or receiving out of the backfield. They're going to continue to highlight this guy.
The Tigers come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. Motion from the wideout. Handoff to the lone back. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
Now, you want to be a great run defense, your DBs have to be great tacklers. And I love the way he comes up, sees the run. I know he makes the money in the back end covering passes, but when you got a guy that can fly up and make tackles, man, does your defense go to a different level.
Wide receiver going in motion. Back to pass on 2nd down. Fires to the tight end. Out of bounds at the 24-yard line after the huge pickup.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the second half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw. Otherwise, this offense is just going to go up and down the field.
Here comes Clemson with another 1st down. Wide receiver comes in motion. Left side is Wesco. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion.
And that's a nice job by this offense. They got to find a way to continue to string good plays together. They've had a few, but they haven't put 3, 4, 5, 6 together, putting a drive like this together. Now, let's go pay this thing off and punch it in the end zone.
Driving forward, it's Johnson. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Tigers. They've extended this lead, guys, but sometimes in a rivalry game, you get down and you fight back that much harder.
Man, you've seen crazy comebacks and crazy swings of momentum in rivalry games. You just need that first thing to break your way, Palmer.
And I think it really comes down to their key playmakers, David. They can come back, but these guys need to take ownership. Now's the time. In this type of game, they have got to step up and start making plays.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. South Carolina's offense heads out to get this drive started. Trailing now by 17, David. This is an opportunity that they need to answer.
And down by 17, it's not panic mode yet. Like, I know we just gave up some points and our defense hasn't played great, but I think this offense can still be who they are and stay consistent.
No doubt, lots of football to go, but you do get the feeling this is the time of game where, you know, it could get bad. If you don't score and all of a sudden they get the ball back, they take it down the field and put some points up, this thing might be over. So absolutely, this quarterback, he wants to drive this offense down the field and at least put something on the board.
Running inside, it's McAllister. Give him a pickup of 2, now 2nd and 8.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Second and long here. Back to pass, it's Duckworth. Fires to the wideout. Got his man to the left. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains.
And obviously trailing in this football game now in the second half, this is exactly what they talked about at halftime. We've got to create some explosive plays in the passing game. They're going to need a lot of this, and the defense is fully aware that they're going to throw the football. That's a great start to this second half.
Going for the big play. Grabs it inside the 10. And he'll take this into the end zone, but hang on just a second. Flag down. Let's see what this is about. On to attempt the try. And with the extra point, they close to within 10, down 17-7. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they finish things off with a 44-yard touchdown pass. Coming out with it, it's Brown. He'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line on the return. They'll mark him at the 19. The Tigers sending out their offense ready to get this drive started. That lead is now 10, down to a 2-possession game, and it's on this offense to try to stretch it back out. Looking for a gap, it's Davidson. Stopped at the 25 after a 5-yard gain.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
6-yard pickup on first down, leaves him with 2nd and 4. They'll move the wide receiver. 2nd down to the air. Got it in the middle, it's Burrows. Chain gang on the move. It'll be a first down at the 29.
The thing I like about this slot receiver, he's really intentional in his route running. The quarterback always knows exactly where he's going to be on the field. They've got great chemistry together.
Now on 1st and 10 from the 29. Sells to run, wants to pass. Flush to the left. Out wide left, it's Wesco. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. And the penalty accepted, and they'll move him back. The offense will gladly take a fresh set of downs after the penalty. Drops back on first down. He's going to run it. Oh, what a move. Crosses the 30. He's got away. Quarterback gets the first down. Run out of bounds at about the 13-yard line, and that's where this offense will go back to work.
This guy just gives you nightmares. I mean, he's just got so much electricity. He just pulls it down and chews up yards like it's nothing. That's a quarterback. A quarterback doing that to your defense.
Motion from the wide receiver. From the red zone, he's going to throw it. He's got it on the move. Good throw and catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in. Going to work on second down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Quick give. It's Davidson.
Well, they're going RPO. Nice job handing it off, and really good vision there, just getting what he can get, right? Puts his foot in the ground, gets forward, helps this offense find positive yards.
Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a first down without scoring. Third down. Pushes ahead. And he surges across the line. Touchdown, Tigers! The Tigers putting down a big paw print right now as they start to pull away from the Gamecocks.
Yeah, and I think you kind of get this here we go again feeling. Clemson had the upper hand in this series for a while now. Clemson always talked about, always loved. South Carolina's got to answer.
I feel like Clemson's been winning on the recruiting trail between these two teams in the last several years now, and I think that's really starting to show itself on the field today.
That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. They'll be able to get off one more play before quarter's end. Looking downfield, it's Duckworth. Shoots it to the left. It's picked off, and another empty drive. He's run out of bounds after the interception, and the turnover will set them up when we start the fourth quarter. Just about ready to go in the fourth, and we'll see if any drama can be mustered. They go back to work with the first down in the final period of this one. The run inside. It's Davidson. Dropped immediately. He got nothing on first down.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. And he'll lose yardage on this play. Loses 2 yards. Great job by the defense.
And that's a great job by the defense, understanding exactly the situation, understanding to stay home, play sound. No matter who gets the football, we're going to run to the football hard. We're going to cage the football, be disciplined. Nice job by the defense.